up at Moorhead Park in Ramsey to this beautiful cafe. It's still so as it was, I think, in the 50s. With me, Michael Starkey, who is doing his exhibition of holidays in Ramsey. And beautiful, some of these paintings you got on the wall. It does take us back in time. But as I was saying, in a very sort of way, Michael, this cafe hasn't changed much, has it?
Well, it was built about in the 1950s, but there was a little tea room here at the turn of the century. And as a boy, I grew up and played in the park. We used to come in here as teenagers. So I wanted to do a series of paintings depicting life in the 1950s and 60s. I was only small in the 50s, but in the 60s, being a teenager, I just fell in love with the place. So I decided to do a series of paintings. After walking through the park this year, I noticed that the Town Bowling Cup was on, and it's such a fantastic interest. It sparked an idea off, and then I get these projects. So the project was to paint the park as holiday posters, and this is what we have here.
So each one, what, is based on a photograph you got hold of, or what?
I worked on a series of black and white photographs, and then I turned them into colour, because the colours are there still. I have made them on a sunny day, but if it was raining, there'd be a concert under the bandstand, but there would be activity still that went on, but we never had rainy days then.
Unlike today. So the cafe we're talking about is the real original one, because I mean there's quite a few cafes in the Moorhead Park, aren't there? So,
yeah.
But this one, and all the furniture and everything goes back to its time.
Well, some of the chairs I found the other day had come from the old, and the tables had come from the old Talk of the Town, it was known, the old pool ballroom. But these seats are the original seats that I sat in when I was a boy, so it's absolutely brilliant to come back. But yes, this is the original building.
What strikes me is that some things just haven't changed at all in some of those pictures.
No, they haven't. The lake is, of course, exactly the same. The activity is still the same. And what's inspired me was all the activity now that the Venture Centre use it for. And I've called the exhibition Holidays in Ramsey, which ties in nicely with a new hotel which has been built alongside the lake. And the activity in the park here on an everyday basis with the children is just fantastic. So it hasn't changed, no.
Well, also here we got the books Racing Through Time. These are what I love about these is then and now sort of pictures you got of Kate's cottage and so on, and how it was the hairpin, and so on. I mean, people love this sort of thing, don't they, Michael?
Well, nostalgia is lovely, and I don't do it to sort of try and get people to live in the past. The reason I do it is to get people to have conversations, so they can say, "Do you remember that time we went there?" And it sparks off fabulous stories, and that's what I want. I love to hear stories of what people got up to, but the book, yes, was commissioned by the Isle of Man Arts Council. To depict 100 years of the TT Mountain Circuit. Yes, I do get projects, and once I start, I can't stop.
Well, this exhibition, how long is it on for?
It's on all summer. So that people can come in and they can go back and they can have a Coke and an ice cream, like I used to have, and the Coke would just cream up, and but they can come in and have a nice tea and coffee and a meal, and it's the original cafe from the 1950s with the views are just spectacular.
It's got memories for me, this place, because I got turned down for a job looking after the boats in the summer season here when I was 13, I think.
Well, I'm sure they might be able to fit you in, Paul. I'm sure there's always room for another person here.
I don't think it was meant for me, but the Venture Centre guys are out there and get great views. It's a beautiful little place, this.
Well, do you know what amazed me when I've been in here setting the exhibition up? Watching the children, in the boats and things, and I bet you they go home at night time, starving, hungry, worn out, but the cafe do supply them with lovely big meals. But they must be worn out at night time, but it's lovely to see them.